2. Well, good afternoon around Australia and welcome along to the Newcastle Rugby League. We have an absolute blockbuster of a game coming your way in the next couple of minutes. This is round 12 of the Business Plaza Cup. And could the minor premiership be potentially on the line today for Western Suburbs? We'll find out in the next 80 minutes. And the man in the know here at Western Suburbs, he's with me in the commentary box. Good afternoon, David Dryden.
Hey, Pete, how are you?
Good, mate. I said you're in the know.
Yep.
What do you know this afternoon?
Oh, mate, same as always, nothing. Mate, few changes for the West boys. My poor old mate Warren Shillings didn't pass the fitness test, so he's out. I think he'll be replaced by Buckets, Luke Single. I think he'll come in, and Chris Knight's come back from injury, and he's been put into first grade, so he replaces Port's Jade Porter, who played very well in Reggie's, controlled it very well. So yeah. So that, mate, that's all about it. That's all I got. Anything on the Scorps?
Yeah, well, the team list just come through. Let's go through the Macquarie Scorpions as they'll take to the field. At fullback is Mitch Manson. On the wings is Matt Hay and Ryan Pywell. 3 and 4 is Nathan Cantor and Royce Jeffrey. The 6 and 7 is Scott Briggs alongside Andrew Subner. The back rowers are Brendan Worth, Chris Hyde, Adam Swadling, Jordan Noble, Simon Allen, and the lock is Daniel Abraham. The interchange bench for the Scorpions, Hinton, Briggs, Alchin, and Isaac Briggs, and they're coached by Adam Bettrich. Well, the Western Suburbs Rosellas, they're currently sitting first place on the competition ladder. Dave Dryden mentioned that there's no Warren Shillings. That's correct, and there's no Jade Porter. Let's go through the official side as the first place Western Suburbs Rosellas take to the field today. A side chock full of stars. Brad Tye at fullback. On the wings is Willis Alatini and also Callan Richardson. In the centres is Mao Utah and Simon Williams. Ryan Walker will be at the 5'8", along with Sam Keenan in the number 7 jersey. The captain is Mark Tafua, Chad Redmond, Utai Baker, James Elias, Ben Stone, and playing his 12th year here at the Rosellas is Peter Mannion. The interchange bench of Herman, Knight, and Ryan Petro. And, of course, their coach is Matt Lantry. And I guess for Western Suburbs and for the Macquarie Scorpions, Dave, it'll be a good indication of where two of these sides are before we get down to finals football.
Yeah, mate, it will. I think Adam and the Scorps will be definitely trying to get the win over the boys today at Harker to try to bridge that gap for the minor premiership. He's pretty technical, so I'd say you'd want that first week off in the semis. So yeah, I think they'll be trying to do that. And on the flip side, I think the West boys will be trying pretty hard to jump clear, 2 more points. Jump two more points ahead of Scorps and really cement that, or try to cement that minor premiership. So I can't wait, mate. It's going to be a cracker. And the ground's fast, the pitch is hard. It's a little bit windy, so it's gonna work both ways for the teams. And yeah, mate, I can't wait. It's going to be a cracker. I think it's going to be one in the middle, and I'm looking for a big game from some of the big men. So there's my little predictor. I think our Roman 8 tattoo voucher for man of the match will probably go to a middle, I reckon.
And those interviews will be after the match with Dave Dryden, going amongst the thick of it downstairs in our dressing sheds. And, of course, we can't forget the referee this afternoon is Graham Stair. Graham will be adjudicating his 400th top-grade game here this afternoon at Harker Oval. So congratulations to Graham Stair. A fantastic achievement in refereeing circles. So we're just waiting now for Western Suburbs. They're making the Macquarie Scorpions wait.
I wonder if that's a little tactic from Matt. A little quiet assassin. Sitting here, I think the Bird girls the Bird Gang, the girls, starting to clap them out. So I think big Marky Tafua is starting to lead them out.
Big crowd brings a big occasion, and the captain leads out Western Suburbs onto Harker Oval in Mark Tafua. Plenty of NRL experience under Mark Tafua's name. Also alongside of him coming out now is Brad Tye in his second year at Western Suburbs. Came down from the Gold Coast Titans. And there's that man. He's 400th top grade referee this afternoon in Graham Stair.
Yeah, the boys are running out with some energy. I was a little bit disappointed in that when we cheer on the boys as they run out. You know, blokes get around, slap their bum as they run out. None of the girls wanted to do that. So, yeah, a little bit disappointed there.
So round 12 of the Business Plaza Cup. The top of the table clash.
A few boys in the middle already starting to talk. Petey Mannion having a few words. Wonder if it's a sledge or they're friendly words to each other. Hopefully it's a sledge and brings a bit of spite to it.
So Western Suburbs first on the competition ladder. A win today for the home side could see them skip 2 wins clear in the race to finals football.
We're nice and close to Coach Adam Bellamy down there, Pete. We should be able to hear his voice. We've got some shields up already for the protection. Don't want that two-way coming to get us.
Could this be the grand final?
What do you reckon, Pete? You reckon it's the grand final?
I'm liking him. I'm liking it. So Stair in his 400th says, get it underway. So we're going to have entertaining amount of fun here this afternoon. That's the prediction. We know what both of these sides are capable of and what they both can bring to the table as Brennan Worth hits it up into the second tackle and runs straight into Redmond. Now to Briggs. Taking the tackle there was Baker. So Daniel Abraham, and his 4th game back from injury, which kept him out of the 2016 Newcastle Rugby League season. So a good start for Macquarie, rumbling up towards the 40-metre line. Tafua in the tackle. So they're going to kick inside their own 40. It's been charged down. And Macquarie, they're going to go back away and clean it up, but they can't. Opportunity now for Western Suburbs, Dave. 10 out.
Yeah, that was good. Good kick pressure there from Jimmy Elias, I think it was, who was good enough to get the kick down chase. So we're going to see the West boys on fire straight away. Hopefully, they can get over the try line for their sake.
So there's the captain in Mark Tafua.
But I think they'll keep nice and tight, Scorps. They should be nice and fresh. And
so they go away from Baker to go right, and there's the first try after 2 minutes of football. James Elias has crashed over. Western Suburbs lead 4-0.
Yeah, and I just eat my words straight away. I thought they might have held them out there. They're pretty good Scorps on their edges, and what a classy ball from Sammy Keenan and a nice line from Jimmy Elias. I think Andy just bit a bit on Sammy there and created the gap. So I hope I've got number 11 for me double, Pete.
You'd be onto a good thing early on. Of course, rival coach Adam Bettridge works alongside Lantry at the Rugby League Academy. He said throughout the week that Western Suburbs, their squad is chock full of stars. Always a hard equation coming to Harker Oval. It's always tough to beat them here on home soil. But a loss for the Scorpions, I guess, Dave, would virtually end their minor title hopes, as Wests would skip 2 wins clear with a far superior for and against record here.
Oh yeah, but I think we have 3 tough games ahead. Just from memory, we've got Central next week, South, Cessnock, and Maitland. I think, but you know, Cessnock had a pretty convincing win yesterday, so there's no more easy games or guaranteed 2 points. So there's a chance for Scorps if they do lose here today. But yeah, mate, you would never say never in this comp. It's getting tighter and tighter every year.
A big win yesterday for Cessnock, 38 points to 10.
What about the doubles that I got for the home side? 1, 3, 4, and 5. Damn it. Thanks, Jimmy. Killing me.
There's always next week, Dave.
There is.
This is Tafua. To his 10-metre line. Daniel Abraham getting off him. So the defence, as you'd expect from the Scorpions, hitting in numbers early on. 3 in the tackle. Cantor was there. So Walker giving it away. So they're looking good here when they're coming out of thin air. This is Utah up to the 40-metre line. Out of Ben Stone. Penalty off the whistle of Stair. First penalty of the match. They're going to find touch up around the 40-metre line of the Scorpion.
Yeah, that's not it's not probably what Coach Adam wants. Sneaky little head eye there. But, you know, probably play on if I was a ref.
So we're live across Facebook and YouTube this afternoon for round 12 of the Business Plaza Cup. Get in contact with us in the commentary box.
Oh, good contact from Truckworth.
Oh, Baker playing it away. Away to Redmond. Cutting out Tafua to go away to Keenan, who finds Brad Tye. He's been instrumental since he's been positioned back at full-back.
Yeah, he's been on fire, I reckon, Pete. He's probably been a bit unlucky in the Player of the Year points too. I thought there was a couple of games that he should have, you know, got 1 or 2 or even 3.
So Williams going into the ground there from Randall Briggs. So Richardson, plenty of representative experience in the name of Callan Richardson. Nicely diffused at the back, and they've come down with it there through Mitch Manson, 5 out from his own line.
Yeah, that was a quality pickup. It was good to try to get him on the front foot, and Pywell's had a nice little hit up there, you know, try to get their big boys on the 40 or 50 metre line.
First penalty coming the way to the opposition. They're not going to find the line inside their own half. They were able to find it right on halfway. So a great attacking opportunity now for the visitors to hit it up through Simon Allen. First time they've been down here in attack. Swaddling.
Both teams seem to have a plan to move the ball around, Pete. They're not just having, you know, hit up for hit up, or, you know, they're moving it, they're spreading it to their edges, trying to move the forward packs around. So nice to see. I think that might be a little bit of a, how could we say it, Pete? Inside of how both coaches work. They work together and they seem to have similar game plans.
Dave Dryden in the commentary box as we head down to finals football here in the Tui's Cup. As Subner offloads a pass to Hyde, given away now to Worth. Doesn't want to go into the ground until now. So Wests back on their own goal line as Manson taken down there from Walker. So Allen sending it back through the middle of the field and finding Swaddling. Oh. Another penalty
Might be a bit like last week, Pete. The referees are going to try to blow the whistle.
That's the 5th penalty in 7 minutes of rugby league. As Worth is 4 metres away. Back to Abraham. They're getting closer with every touch. As Daniels lost the football there. He's got that right stare. Just a little dribble.
Yeah.
As Abraham was getting up to play the football, as we're about to see there.
Yeah, Chatty Redmond and...
little hand in there, was there?
Yeah, it looked like that, didn't it? Chatty Redmond and the pop, Mark Tafua, just having a little...
There's the hand.
Yep, just making sure Abe's has got some quality ball control, and I think he might be a bit hard done by there, old Abe's, but it's been scintillating form, Abe's lately. The last few games that we've carried, he's played really well and probably closed that gap on what they probably would have missed with Gal being out.
In today's other match at Carl Oval, 5th place South Newcastle can leapfrog Lakes United on 4 and against with a win over the Seagulls.
Oh, another good shot from Worth on the inside. Just checking if Mao's ribs are all right.
Now to Peter Mannion, 12th season of the club. He's been a pioneer since he's came to the Newcastle Rugby League, a real veteran of the Tooheys Cup. As Mitch Manson now takes it into the ground 40 metres out from his own goal line. So this is the Tooheys Cup.
Good speed of line from the West boys there.
Straight and hard into Tafua and Peter Mannion. Right in the cricket pitch area here. 1 versus 2 on the competition ladder.
That's a great offload.
Swordling.
Swatto.
He'll get there,
Swordling.
Willie. No.
Oh, his hammies were tightened up.
Only a metre away.
Oh, the big soy could have scored.
They cut out one to find Abraham. He offloads the ball. Back to Allen. Allen straightens the attack.
It's good scrambling D from the West boys.
It's the last tackle as Hyde goes to Briggs. Cuts out
numbers.
one. They've got numbers and they've got a try in them. Try over there to Matthew Hay. It's 6-4 on the Bar TV Sports scoreboard.
Yeah, that was quality, wasn't it, Pete? There was a little bit of everything in there. Nice run, and the offload from Randall Briggs was just on point. And you know, I thought West the Scorps might have gone in with the big Adam Swadling getting close to the try line, and I thought West done very well as you know, keeping him out for a few tackles as well. But Scotty just showed his class there, and noticed that Simon Williams come up and Cal was back and threw a nice ball over to his brother, and a little bit of brother black magic there. Reckon they might have worked on that out at Toronto when they were growing up. So yeah, nice. It was a nice passage of play, both in attack and defence. So I think you know, Matty might be a little bit disappointed in them scoring, but I think he'd be pretty happy with how they hustled back to the try line and nearly kept them out.
And I guess on top of that, they haven't seen much football on the attack down inside Western Suburbs half. So to come away with 4 points, he'd be happy with that.
Yeah, he would be. You could hear Adam, Coach Adam, backing the boys like he was on Macquarie Diva on his 3rd Melbourne Cup victory. He was cheering them home.
So the kick just went across the face of goal here. So no change to our Sunday Rugby League scoreboard. After 12 minutes, Western Suburbs leading by 6 points to 4. So a try apiece.
Be good to see when Adam's going to inject his utility man, Nat Hinnon. Good mate of mine, Nathan. And he's playing up against his old club, West Junior. So be good to see when he's going to use him.
So The second tackle about to come into it, and Brennan Worth rips straight into Sam Keenan. Now here's the try scorer in Matt Hay.
Oh, that's a strong carry. Geez, he has some good carries for a winger. Nothing special about him, just hard and straight.
So Abraham turning it away to Swaddling. Baker was given up to an hour before kickoff to prove his fitness from a hamstring strain from last week. But he's going around today to see another penalty from Stair.
They might have to replace that at half time, I think, Pete. That whistle, it's getting blown a fair bit. But I think some refs might just have to ease off a little bit on the discipline, you know. Like, I know that might be a bit high, but, you know, it's local footy, isn't it? You want a bit of that dirtiness.
Grassroots football.
Yeah, that's right.
Everybody loves it. It's what elite rugby league came from. So 20 metres away from the Western Suburbs goal line here, as Abraham goes to Briggs, the Manson out wide to Cantor, and Walker wraps him up. So Manson again, looking around, finds Briggs. Briggs goes short again to Swaddling.
Swatto's having a good first opening stance. Big fella, he's having a few hit-ups, which is unusual for him.
So they're still on the attack as Briggs sends it away to Allen. Walker wraps up there with his teammate in Ben Stone. So that's the last tackle here. Back away to Briggs, away to Subner. Now to Manson. Flat ball, effective. They'll need to tackle Royce Jeffrey. And that's exactly what the Bird Gang has been able to do. They've been able to throw him over the touchline in goal.
Yeah, Pete, that was some great defence there from the West Boys. They seem to have him short just here. I think if Jeffrey's popped that ball there, you know, Matty Hay goes pretty close to scoring there. But it was great inside work from the West Boys, and you know now they're working hard and they've just earned a penalty to help them get back down into good ball territory.
We'll have scores throughout the match. From Carl Oval, 5th place South Newcastle.
Who are you backing out there, Pete?
I'd say Lakes. I'm going to in a close one.
Yeah, right.
Just a close one.
Mate, I reckon South will get them.
South will get them today?
Yeah, the last two games have just got beat by, you know, the Scorps who are full strength, and I think what we saw last week, and Ryan Glanville really, he really impressed me last week for a young fella playing top grade.
That's Tafua. He's gone straight through the gap. Brought down only 11 metres out from the goal line. Keenan. They're over the line. Is that the second try of Sunday Rugby League?
Nice.
Yes, it is.
Jimmy Elias.
Elias gets the second try, and it's 10-4.
Well, that just sort of looked a little bit luxy-daisy, didn't it, Pete? Like, you know, Sammy Keenan just goes the line, and look, just a little short ball. Defenders there. Jimmy Elias, good leg drive. Scores over the top of two defenders. Well done, Jimmy, for a double. Probably paying about $20 on sports bet.
Dangerous signs, though, for Macquarie when Western Suburbs are that close to the line and the Bird Gang are able to do something like that. Relatively weak out there on the edge on that occasion, but they'll bounce back. It's early days yet.
Yeah, mate, they will. And we just saw the purple shirt. Not sure who that was for Toronto. Come over to the fence, and Betru's just barked a few orders at him. So he'll be asking the boys to improve a little bit. But what about the opening 16 minutes, Pete? Couple of tries, some solid defence, both sides. It's pretty good, isn't it? It's what Sunday football is about.
That's what we hear.
Yep, that's what we hear.
We'll take a look at this kick from Keenan.
Oh, he's bringing his arm back. I told him to do this at trainer, so mate, you need to go back to doing your arm thing.
He's hearing from his mentor. Will it pay off?
Oh, that was the wind. Wasn't the technique.
That was the gale out of the south.
Mate, I asked him, I said, mate, why did you stop? And he goes, I thought I was doing it better. I said, mate, go back to it.
I don't know if our producer's able to get a shot from the ground camera of this massive crowd which has descended into this Western grandstand. It is absolutely chocked to capacity where we're broadcasting this afternoon from, as Tafua brings it back in the afternoon sun, and he's met there by 3, and Randall Briggs just throws him back to the 10-metre line along with Worth. This is Richardson, runs straight into Brendan Worth. So we love aggression, and this hasn't lacked any of that. This is the top of the table clash.
Good bump there from Witts. Chrissy Hyde.
This is rugby league in its purest at grassroots level. Both of these sides, they know what big-time rugby league is all about. Macquarie have been to 2 grand finals.
Big run, Petey Mannion. And great yards.
And they've come away with nothing. And Western Suburbs last was in a grand final in 2014 when they overcame the Cessnock Goannas in our last grand final at the #1 sports ground as Manson goes high and takes the catch.
What about how good he played last week, Pete?
He's been in sensational form there, full-back, hasn't he? Now the Matthew Hay. He's a big winger, but full of grunt and full of speed.
Big Swadling's had his first break, 19 minutes. Big Swado, that was a great effort, mate. It's probably the best bit of football I've seen him play. As he's bending over on the bike, grasping for some air, but another penalty, Pete.
This is the 7th penalty in 19 minutes of football, and his 400th top grade game. Graham Stair. So Macquarie, last time they came down this end of the field, they were able to put it together for a try to Matt Hay. What have they got in their repertoire of tricks right now? Briggs goes short. This is Simon Allen, comes back on the inside, trying to bamboozle his way through the Bird Gang attack as Briggs finds Subner. On it comes again to Briggs. He's lost a football with the line wide open.
Oh, wow. He's played on there, Randall.
Now, Stairs going over to have a chat with his touch judge.
He's going to give that, I think.
He's going to give the try. Let's have a look at a replay of this. But the Scorpions are over. It's 10-8.
That's great hustle from him, isn't he? And what a line.
Well, keep an eye.
Showed some quality footwork there.
So what he has said is pretty much that he's stolen the ball.
I'd say that he's ruled that Brad Ty's made a play at the tackle.
Yeah, and
he's lost the ball or stripped it, but he's just.
But it was a one-on-one tackle, and he's just
he's on the bad
very unlucky Western Suburbs. But you win some of the dice and you lose some.
Yeah, you do. Boys can feel a bit hard done by, but credit to Randall, Sonic the Hedgehog on hustling through and playing to the whistle. So well done, Randall. Scored yourself 4 points.
What was that dynamic nickname you just called it?
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah. Remember the old computer game?
Yeah.
Sega game? Yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
I like it. Let's see if we're going to be locked up after 22 minutes at 10-all. That's the equation. Touch judges like it. We're locked up. Sunday afternoon rugby league. It's 10-all with 19 minutes remaining in the first half.
Brendan Worth just come off as well there, Pete. He's had an outstanding first 20 minutes. The props for the Scorpions have both played very well. So credit to them. West is still sticking with. I don't think they've made any changes. So got a knock on.
You don't see that often.
No,
and you probably won't see it again in 2017.
No, but you can see the disappointment on his face. He's filthy, Ty Outram. Yeah. Unlucky. Right idea was there, trying to attack it on the full. Get the team going forward, but...
He's still devastated, but he'll... come back bigger and better.
Big Witty Bakers just come off. Not a bad stint for someone with a dodgy hamstring. 22 minutes. Ryan Petro replacing him.
So deep numbers to the right-hand side of Harker Oval as Keenan goes to tie. They're within 10 metres. Elias to his feet. Now to Mannion. Always hard to put on his back. Abraham finally achieving it. So away now to Walker. Loves to run Ryan Walker. They know that. They will know that. Nathan Cantor elects to put him into the ground along with Briggs. So Western Suburbs on their opposition's 10 as Tafua rumbles inside the 10. We're locked up at 10 all as Redmond. He thought he noticed the gap, but the gap closed just as quick. Out the back door, look for the crossfield kick. There it goes.
Punch
Will
back
Matt
in.
Hay take the ball carrier? He didn't have to out there, their Scorpion swing. It's got in the touch.
I think Simo was nearly at the fence there, trying to throw that in. But it was good work from the Scorps on the inside.
Well, we're coming here today. We expected a tight fought match, and it's delivering, as you'd expect, between both of these clubs. This is Isaac Briggs. Ryan Petro untangling himself from the spider web.
Good wrestle from the pop there, Mark Tafua. Oh, wow.
So another penalty. That's the 8th penalty.
I think that's a 14th penalty.
Seems like he's been blowing them on average every 2 minutes here.
I couldn't agree with you more there, Pete. Let's put it away, I think.
And Graham Stair, of course, just clicked onto the coverage. This is his 400th top-grade game that he's officiating in the Country Rugby League as Abraham goes out wide of the Briggs. Cantor, quick hands off. Cantor's lost it. Picked up by Walker. He's downfield. They're coming after him. But Walker, can he get there? Yes, he can. What a try. What a scintillating effort by Ryan Walker. Unbelievable stuff.
Yeah, great individual effort there from Walks. Just picked up the loose ball, but I like the pressure from the inside on that attack and set there from the Walks. Look at that shot. Who was that? Now Utah. What a shot. And the speed. What about the old fella, 13, Daniel Abraham, nearly getting him. Jeez, you would have been a lot of sledging going Walks' way if he got that. But great shot from Mao Utah there. Put some real pressure, and I think that can be a little TA next to Mao's name there. A try assist. I think that come.
Incredible shot.
Yeah, that might be. I think that might
Look
be.
Look at the crowd.
Yeah.
Loving what they're seeing. They're throwing the gates open. I haven't seen any sporting event throw the gates open like this since World Series cricket.
Yeah, I think it might be the free entry. Might be some tight times around Lambton. We don't see crowds this big here.
Packed.
I think that's a credit to our club, but open the gates for free. A lot of advertisement and stuff around women in league, and I think the bar was open for free drinks for the women for a while. So, but great crowd. I haven't seen a crowd this big for a while, Pete. Probably a couple of years ago in the semis when we played Scorps and Lakes.
I reckon they've made more money here today with throwing the gates open than they have with possibly shutting them up.
Yeah, mate, 100%.
Look at the bar area. It is 20 foot long.
It
is huge.
A lot of alcoholics around Lambton.
So Sunday afternoon football. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. Big kickoff, too big. It's gone out on the full. Penalty back on halfway to the home side.
It's a lucky break for West Boys. Just having a look down at Coach Adam. He's very calm.
We spoke about this wind definitely behind the Macquarie Scorpions in the first half.
Yeah, mate, it is, and that's a swirling wind too. I found when we were playing earlier, swirls around a lot, so it's pretty hard to judge.
So Dave Dryden in our commentary box as this is Peter Mannion. Runs straight into Simon Allen.
Second change for West with the captain, the skip, Mark Tafua. Great effort from the skip, punching out, nearly 30 minutes of football.
So Keenan losing the ball as Isaac Briggs is trying to knock him right out of the ballpark. Let's have a look at this on the replay.
Pretty impressed with the middle so far, Pete. What do you reckon? Yeah.
Real high intensity. That's fantastic to observe.
Props from both sides have started off really well, and an indication of a tight tussle so far.
So a win today for West could see them skip 2 wins clear on the competition ladder. A win for Macquarie will see them tied at the top on 20 points in the for and against. We'll come into it.
Wouldn't mind seeing Hyde start inserting himself. Oh, as we speak, little dummy half run. I think after last week, Pete, the way he inserted himself into the game, he really gave them the edge, didn't he, in the first 20 minutes?
Great ball, Western Suburbs.
Called back.
Off the hook.
What's this? Penalty. Penalty to West. What for?
He's having a chat here to Chris Hyde. Let's have a look at the replay.
Yep, forward.
So he said a forward pass with a penalty.
Yeah, I don't know, unless
I don't think it was intentionally forward.
Nah. Unless Isaac sprayed him with a sledge and that earned it a penalty. Don't know.
Definitely not deliberate. So 10 minutes remaining in the first 40 minutes of rugby league here in the first half. And this is Ryan Petro. So the Rosellas again mounting an attack to the edge of the left-hand side of the park. This is Bradley Ty. Losing it out the back door. It's gone backwards though. Another penalty.
Loves the whistle.
Well, that's got to be at least the 11th penalty in the first half of football.
Yeah.
So we come back to the live shot as Western Suburbs are on the attack as Bradley Ty goes for a dig from dummy half.
Held up.
And he's held up.
Quick shout out to Lucas Miller, Mitchie Williams, both watching the live stream. Hey boys, Lucas Miller. If you got his number, send him some messages for his tips, quality tip stuff for the GGs, the horses, and Mitchie Williams, great belt buckle.
So 8 minutes remaining in the match in the first half. Mannion out the back door. Referee said play on. As Chris Knight finds Walker, Keenan, juggled, Ty, flicks it back to Walker. They're keeping it alive. Away to Williams. He now finds Alazzini. And he's going to be captured. So 15 in from touch. Last tackle. Look for the crossfield kick. Look for the chasers. It's play on. Williams flicks it. And Richardson has got over the line with 8 minutes remaining in the first half. And the Rosellas scoot out to 18 points to 10 on the Sunday afternoon rugby league scoreboard.
Yeah, it's nice. Nicely the boys keeping the ball alive and kept testing Macquarie on the inside and come from a nice little kick from Sammy who was getting pressured and play on. Simon Williams, a little flick pass out to his winger mate. Richo, probably done that collectively over the last few years. Probably scored 50 or 60 tries for that little flick pass. Reminds you of the old Hughes Tahu. What do you reckon, Pete?
How good was that? How good was that flick pass? I know refereeing, Dave, is, a very, touch and go subject. Doesn't matter if it's local rugby league or at the elite level. But I think you've got to have an opinion on Graham Stair today to blow this amount of penalties in 33 minutes of rugby league, and for what he's blown them for. This is first versus second. I think both of these coaches who are in front of us, who are absolutely yelling at the top of their lungs towards some of these decisions, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, it's sort of like he's trying to keep both teams apart, and the contest a little bit tighter.
Yeah.
So it's like, and he's just, coming out of yardage a little head high, like, toughen up a little bit with the contact and stuff like that. If it's full on deliberate and you're bleeding from the mouth, yeah, fair enough. But little creep up head highs can play on.
This is the spectacle of Newcastle Rugby League. We need to keep the referee at a minimum.
Yeah. And I think the Lakes game that we called, I think Johnny Taylor
blew through three penalties
the whole game
in 80 minutes of football. Yeah. And what we're seeing today would have probably warranted another 10 penalties that day from Tom Taylor, but he wanted to keep them apart. Fair enough, but 400th top grade game. Everyone's going to remember it. This ball's going to bounce favourably for Manson. So 5 minutes out from the break as Matt Hay, first try scorer for the Scorps this afternoon in front of a huge crowd. There's got to be over 2,000-3,000 in here at Harker Oval.
At least.
This grandstand, you have to get here at 12 o'clock. It is full to capacity.
And a good 100 cars too. I think they had to shut the gates, Pete. 2 minutes before kickoff. No more cars allowed in.
That's Cantor. That's Hyde. He's going to kick the ball downfield. Straight down the guts of the field. And straight into the chest basket of Bradley Tye, linking up with Richardson. Richardson looking around. Richardson's into a gap. Richardson still going. What a run by Callan Richardson.
That's a great run from my little mate, Brett Dallas.
Now Tye. He gets the legs pumping. Western Suburbs. 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Alatini comes in off the wing and goes straight up the middle of the park.
West seem to have just picked up the... did he blow another penalty? No, just told him to move it back. West seem to have picked up the pace a little bit here, Pete, haven't they? I think they're starting to pick out a few tyrant defenders.
They're coming into their groove as Knight finds Keenan. Herman. Matt Herman palms off two, finds Walker. Tye, steps, weaves, dummies. Can he offload? And the former National Rugby League player in his second year at the club is on his back. It's the last tackle as Knight finds Keenan.
Oh, charge down.
If they get it back, they're a chance. But Williams, they've now got the chance.
Great hustle.
With 3 minutes remaining in the first half, they go back on the attack and the tackle count's restarted. As Peter Mannion tries to brush away from Isaac Briggs. So Knight again, sending it away to Ryan Petro. He's within 2 metres of the goal line.
Got some shape here, the boys, both sides.
Knight in his fluoro yellow boots, offload to the Walker. Dangerous, effective. We know he can run. And they
Loves
have to
running,
shut
doesn't he,
him.
Pete? Walks.
He can.
I think you might have put too much of that sticky spray on, you know, to...
As Ty sends it away to Knight. On it comes now to Herman. Out the back door to Keenan. There's an overlap out here. There's a chance. Elias gives it away. Williams, they're over. Has he lost the football? He has. Williams has lost the ball as he was trying to get it over the line.
Glenn Lazarus over on the far side's thrown his flag up. Said that he's out. Let's have a look on the replay. That's a great peel there by Sammy Keenan.
Well, he had Richardson when he flicked it.
Oh, he flicked it. Righto.
He flicked it. It was another Gidley Tahu
moment. Or I just got a little sneaky message off Mitchy Williams. Ben Ike and Brett Dallas, State of Origin.
Of course.
And that suits Simo because he's a bit of a nerd, very smart man, good footballer.
Suits him down to a T.
Yeah, I just asked. I said, who else is there watching? Said just him and Millsy. And I said, where's everyone else? And he said Brad Murray was supposed to come over, but he got stuck. And I said, where'd he get stuck at? And he said at the Colonel's place. So he's at Katara KFC, smashing a few zingers. Which isn't like Brad Murray. He looks after himself a lot.
He looks thinner in that jersey.
He does.
Now to Brendan Worth. Straight into Keenan along there with Matty Herman. Now to Briggs. 2 seconds remaining in the first half as Manson, he's down to the 10-metre zone. Last tackle now for Macquarie. Manson gets up and plays the ball. It comes back away now to Hyde. Short ball, they're lining up. It comes back on the inside. Back to Allen. A metre out.
Wow, great. What a great passage of play from both sides. Great defence.
Exciting.
Scorps playing some entertaining football, inside, outside, showing options everywhere. That was unlucky.
Take a look at this. This is how it unfolded. That man again. He's got to be the player of the year for Macquarie so far, Manson.
Yeah. Well, that was a quality offload there from Isaac Briggs. Them Briggs boys can never shut off on them, can you? Because they're just offloads everywhere.
Richardson losing the ball right on the stroke of half-time.
I'll go down. I'll listen to the camp.
Yeah, you do that. Fantastic stuff.
I'll come back with what Matty said.
All right, Dave. Look forward to that, mate. We'll get some inside information. So we look forward to that. So it's 18 points to 10 at half-time with around 15 penalties blown in his 400th top-grade game, Graham Stair. But it's this side in front. It's the home side. It's the Bird Gang. It's the first place Western Suburbs Rosellas, chock full of rugby league stars here in our local Newcastle rugby league competition. They go to the front by 8. We'll take a break and we'll come back with the second half here on Sunday Rugby League with an 8-point margin in favour of the Rosellas.
Mascot makes it easy to communicate with players and supporters, manage payments, and best of all, Mascot will increase your sponsorship revenue. Visit mascot.co and download the app on the iOS and Google Play stores today. Mascot makes it easy to communicate with players and supporters, manage payments, and best of all, Mascot will increase your sponsorship revenue. Visit mascot.co and download the app on the iOS and Google Play stores today. Mascot makes it easy to communicate with players and supporters, manage payments, and best of all, Mascot will increase your sponsorship revenue. Visit mascot.co and download the app on the iOS and Google Play stores today. Mascot makes it easy to communicate with players and supporters, manage payments, and best of all, Mascot will increase your sponsorship revenue. Visit mascot.co and download the app on the iOS and Google Play stores today. Mascot makes it easy to communicate with players and supporters, manage payments, and best of all, Mascot will increase your sponsorship revenue. Visit mascot.co and download the app on the iOS and Google Play stores today.
Well, we're back here for the second half here. Top of the table clash with Western Suburbs leading by 18 points to 10. And just take a look at this crowd. It is huge. I've been coming here to Harker Oval for nearly 30 years. These are memories of 30 years ago when the Newcastle Knights weren't even in the competition and all we had was Newcastle Rugby League. What a day, what an afternoon to be out supporting the Rosellas. And if this crowd here is anything to go by, we're going to have a bumper final series all culminating at Hunter Stadium. Got a few other halftime scores here in our Business Plaza Cup. Lakes United are leading at halftime over South Newcastle by 22 points to 6. 22-6, Lakes over South at halftime.
Oh, wow. Geez, I'm eating my words today.
Dave, you've been down into the sheds. What's the news from the bunkers?
Mate, I tried to go to Coach Adam first. Got absolutely nothing. I got punted away. The security guard nearly punched me in the face. He was that angry. So I went around to West Side.
You got in there okay?
I nearly got punched in the face too by the manager. But mate Matty was pretty calm. He just addressed the individuals at the start, then addressed for the team, and then just asked for little things to, tighten up. And then he just asked for a bit more improvement in D on the inside shoulder. Nothing specific, just as a team. But
there you go.
Just got a phone call.
A phone call
off one of the boys. Brad Murray, no phone battery, stuck at KFC, can't get out.
On the zingers, stuck.
Having a KFC fit.
So we're back on the way for the second half. Macquarie running right to left. And the ball has been played at and it's been sent backwards. I've just been told by the Newcastle Rugby League referees chairman there were 11 first half penalties. That's the official count. 11 first half penalties off the whistle of stare in the first half of football.
That's the amount of zingers that Brad Murray just had at KFC as well. 11 zingers.
But instead over 40 minutes, he would have had them over
4 hours.
So Western Suburbs here, aiming for the minor premiership. A win today could see them skip 2 places clear. 2 wins clear on the competition ladder. With 8 points is the margin. And could this well be the grand final of 2017? Both sides certainly playing like grand finalists.
Yeah, it's been a good game. I think a few teams, I think both sides would probably want to correct the few errors and penalties, but besides that, it's been really good. Matty Hinnon, hit up.
Well, we know that the Macquarie Scorpions, they have a tremendous roster with tremendous depth. They've certainly got big-time rugby league footballers in their side. And an 8-point margin would be absolutely nothing. These are one of their big-time players in Chris Hyde. Quick play the ball as Subner sends it to Briggs. Hoisting it high. What a catch by Richardson, 20 metres out from his own goal line.
It's a good take from Brett Dallas. Watch for his scoots to help the team get out. He's known for that, known to come in and do some dirty work.
This is Matt Herman. Straight and hard into Worth. They're lining up with pace. This is Ryan Petro. Takes it over the half of the Macquarie end of the field as Walker. Sends it away. Here's a chance out wide. Down inside the 10. And luckily Ryan Pywell's over the top there along with Scotty Briggs. So the Berg gang on the attack. Keenan kicking. It's come off a Scorpion, back to them, and they've got the football here. Dave Dryden through Randall Briggs, 20 metres out from his own goal line.
Yeah, not a bad effort from Randall, Sonic. They put a bit of pressure on Sammy and come out with a charge down, so well done to him. I think a few of the boys might have been screaming for the pill.
So Nathan Hinton, he's on the field for the Scorpions.
It looks like he's playing centre, left centre.
In jersey 14, as Randall Briggs hits it up to the 40-metre line. They cut out Worth now to find their full-back in Manson.
Here we go. I've just heard him.
Western Suburbs not back to 10.
Coach Bettridge absolutely blown up. Get him back to 10.
I don't think he's happy,
Adam. No, he's not. Seems a little bit restless now.
He's not happy at all with our man in the middle today. Only down by 8. Things could change. Long way to go in this match. This is Sunday Rugby League, and this is Mau, Utah. Right in the centre of the cricket pitch.
There he goes.
Well, this is where we are through Richardson. Now to Brad Tye, scoots, runs, puts the foot down. And Hyde cleans him up. Knight, Walker, this is quick, this is what we love. Maybe too quick. Alatini for the line. They're not going to get him. Try to Willis, Alatini out wide. First try, second half, it's 22-10. They're up by 12.
Yeah, it was a nice little play there from the West boys on the left edge. It's just a bit of class, little cutout ball, and then quick hands from Mau, and a nice finish from Willis, who I'm sure he'll be scoring that try. Looking for the camera lady, Trish. Loves scoring tries in front of the camera. Poses in an all peak.
Well, that's Western Suburbs at their best.
Gets his eyebrows waxed.
The wax bar,
he gets him all waxed and prettied up. Yep. It's all for the Herald, he said. Loves the back page.
It's just the brow.
Yeah.
Anywhere else?
I don't know. Haven't played many games in first grade, mate. I wouldn't know anywhere else.
Sometimes at these beauty parlours you can get 3 for 1.
Wow. I think his missus is a beautician.
No, you might get more than 3 than 1. Here's this unusual kicking style from Keenan from right out on the touch line. Keenan. It's up there. It's coming back around. The crowd will say, what a beauty. He's kicked it from the sideline.
Yeah, it was a great kick. Plenty of height.
Have a look at this on the replay. Our cameras couldn't go high enough. It went to Mars, and it's come back to Harker Oval.
Yep. Great kick to put the boys up, 14.
The Western Suburbs. Can they go on with it? Long way to go in the match. 34 minutes of rugby league to go here. As Richardson takes it on the full and brings back Baker. And he's been smashed. Lining him up, left, right and centre was Isaac Briggs. Both coaches have said that this will give them a really good indication of where they're at.
Let's play on.
So a chance now for the Macquarie Scorpions. Was that ball touched with the boot? Yes, it was.
Yeah, not sure. Didn't get it on the replay. I missed it. Looked like a poor carry, but...
We might have to introduce the snicker from the Channel 9 Wide World of Sports cricket coverage.
Does that mean we get their paycheck as well?
Now, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, need that cash. Josh Mason, hearing that? Need cash.
Out the back door, he's kicked it, hoping that it's gone backwards. It's there. It was right on the spot there, Graham, in his 400th top grade game. Take a look at this. Well, Allen off the shoulder of Hyde, and he just had an almighty grin on his teeth there.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd be pretty filthy at that. Little concentration error. I'm sure he's pretty fit. They might have told him to get his W's up with the rookie, NRL rookie. See if he makes up for it.
They've only lost one game all year, Western Suburbs. And that was against Macquarie in the earlier part of the competition. They've played 11, 110.
Oh, all offside then, the left edge.
They've averaged 33 points per match and conceded only 9 points. Western Suburbs. Their defence in 2017 has been outstanding. As Knight sees a gap from dummy half. Hyde getting a workout. Back to Keenan. So Richardson's coming through. That's him entering the shot. But Manson trying to get away from Keenan. But he's wrapped him up for afternoon tea right on his own goal line. Round 12 of the Tooheys Cup. The business part of the season. Well, it's on our doorstep. Finals football is not far away. Worth actually had a bubble with the ball, and I think it's hit him right on the head. Let's have a look. Was it a falcon?
Yeah, looks like it.
Bang. Yep. Uh-oh. Let's have another look. Let's slow it down.
Straight on the bald egg.
Look at this. Boop. Oh, where is it?
Another go at it.
Did that hit my head? I think it has. So Western Suburbs. The Bird Gang. The raffle tickets are going around as well.
Yeah, the girls' Bird Gangs are selling a South jersey by the looks of it. Don't know why. Probably won't get many tickets for that.
Souths. They're down at half-time against the Lakes United Seagulls as we see Knight goes for a dig from dummy half. Oh. Western Suburbs. This might bring, well, it has brought a penalty. It was Chris Hyde deliberately trying to slow it down there. He was all around the ankle. The penalty forthcoming, and Knight takes the tap and gets on with it. Walker sending it away, back to Petro. He rumbles down inside the 10. Again is Chris Knight giving it back there now to Luke Singles on the field off the interchange bench, and he's only about a metre away. So desperate defence here on the line of the Macquarie Scorpions as they are trailing by 14 points. Here's the buffer going to be extended. They're going to have another shot here. They've restarted the tackle count. 6 more tackles for the Bird Gang. Back away now to Herman. He rumbles straight into the 7 in Sumner. 4 metres out from the goal line. Knight back to Walker. Walker looking around, finding who he can find, and that is Ben Stone. And Abraham drops him into the turf. 14-point margin. Sunday Rugby League. Keenan back to Herman. Offloads it. Back to Ty. Straight over. Oh, he's back in the Newcastle Rugby League for the second year, and he's back with aggression.
Yes. Quality try there from Bradley. Just working up on the inside, staying alive.
Well, the form of Brad Ty today, this is NRL written all over it.
Good peel from big Matty Herman as well. Let's get some classy hands on him, Matty.
Incredible. Incredible to watch when Western Suburbs turn up with their A-grade game, Dave.
Yeah, they really start to put the sword to them now, so it'll be good to see how Toronto respond.
Well, this is what I've been saying for a few weeks. When Western Suburbs can turn up on any given day, I think there is a margin of 20 between them and the rest.
Yeah, there's definitely some points in the side. I think the biggest problem with West is themselves. Get a little bit lost sometimes. But
when they turn it on.
Yeah, when they turn it on, they can put some points on them. mascot position.
God save the Queen. So here's the kick from right in front to make it that 20-point margin here. He'll drill this over for his entree before the main course. Keenan converts.
Big Swaddling making his return.
I guess now it's all about for Matt Lantry and the boys is where do we go to from here? Do we go on with it or do we allow the Scorpions to come back into the clash?
Oh, mate, I think the message is out will be there not to start playing defensive football, to keep the knife to the throat, so to speak, and to keep working hard. They've definitely come out from the sheds with a good attitude and some good energy, and it's shown. In other news, mate, they've put out a search party for Brad Murray. They don't know what KFC he's stuck at. So SES is out and about looking for him.
And I guess, too, if there's a Colonel Sanders lookalike in around Newcastle right now, it could well be Bradley Murray as well.
He has come to one of our Mad Mondays as the Colonel. And the chicken was free.
Is he a thigh man, a breast man? Does he like a bit of wing? What sort of meat does he enjoy?
He said he's definitely a breast man. Loves a chicken breast.
That's where all the juice is. That's where all the meat is. So Knight. Walker. He's juicy. Loves to run it.
Oh, doesn't he what? He uses way too much grippo on his hands before he plays, walks.
Herman. Over the head of Manson. And it's gone up to the bar area here, which is absolutely jam-packed. One of the biggest crowds, I'd say, in 20 years here at Harker Oval. And don't you just love it? Big crowd. The Western Suburbs Rosellas, a side chock full of stars, entertaining the locals here today against the second place Macquarie and Scorpions. 20-point margin. This is Hyde. Finding Abraham. Never say die, Daniel, the veteran of the side.
Oh, he's playing well, isn't he?
Just like this man, he has a brilliant 2017.
He's just a competitor, Aids. He hates losing. Always wants to, put his best foot forward and help the team out.
Hay trying to break free of the Richardson tackle, but Simon Williams assists him. So we are at the last, and they're going to spin it from Briggs.
Well, that's
across
a great
field.
Oh.
Abraham needs to offload, tapped away. There's a chance for Macquarie. They've come back on the inside. They've kicked the football. Western Suburbs go back and clean it up. And Sam Keeman has offloaded the ball too. Well, talk about a side with athleticism and confidence.
What about the pill from Scotty Briggs that cut out 4 people and create an overlap?
How good was it?
That was great.
That's what brought the crowds through here as Richardson tries to see the gap.
Another tough carry from the Red Nut. Brett Dallas.
Not too many penalties in the second half.
Do you reckon they've got a ref coach in there to tell them what they're doing wrong? Nah, you're blowing too many. There's big Mark Tafur, the skit, getting ready to come back on.
Interesting passage of play there. I don't know if we can get a replay of that tackle and what followed. As we see the ball going downfield to Manson. Nice shot there from Ryan Walker. Around the legs along with Ryan Petro. This is Matty Hay off the wing. Never wears jersey number 2. Always in jersey 18.
It's like Chatty Redmond. Hey, I think this is the first time in this season that he's worn the number 9. So he's obviously feeling more confident. Young fella, Chatty. Matty Hayes the same. Never wears his 2.
It's a Swaddling. Always loves jersey number 10. This is Abraham up through the middle of the park. Taking the shoulder of Mark Tafua, who's back out there on the field after a short break on the sideline. As Randall Briggs has just turned it over. This is Ryan Petro. They're coming short to the captain, the go-to man, the former Cronulla Shark of the NRL, giving it back to Ty from the Titans, who are giving it away. There are plenty of National Rugby League combinations out here on display between both of these sides. Good ball away. Walker takes them on, but he can't get away there from Nathan Cantor. So quick play the ball needed. They've got numbers again to the right-hand side of the field, but they come short here to Utai Baker.
Oh,
Still
big
going.
Swaddling. Nearly cleaned him up there.
His hamstring must be fine. Baker, he's had a solid game. This is Benny Stone. Knocked him to the ground. They're by the fullback in Manson. So back away to Walker, to Keenan. Switches it to Knight. He hoofs it to the right-hand side. It's anywhere.
Full pass.
It's all back out here to the turnover. Let's stare. Blows his whistle. This is here on the Bar TV Sports. That's a forward pass.
Gridiron pass, that one.
With Adam Swaddling. So they've lost the likes of Blake Gallen, the Macquarie Scorpions, for the rest of the season. Of course, they're doing it this year without the likes of Shamedal and Thiessen Vivali Eli. So 3 big names have suffered losses, well, not losses, but, injuries. And, of course, Shamedal's not playing in our Newcastle Rugby League competition. I think he's playing up around Tamworth somewhere.
I think he's Group 21, mate. Yeah. I think he's Aberdeen, Tigers. So, that's probably what he should be doing. I think he went up there because he helped get a job in the mines, which is pretty smart, using his football abilities to secure his family a better future. So, good on him. But I think their replacements with Toronto, aren't bad either.
Well, if you can, replace the like of a Gallen with a Daniel Abraham,
that's right.
You've got good depth.
Yeah.
They've got guys like Chris Hyde, Brendan Worth, Scotty Briggs. They're all class players, and their fullback Mitch Manson, well, he's just in great form.
Yeah, he is.
So there's no excuses on depth.
I think they're probably just getting beat at their own game a little bit, Pete. West seem to be winning the ruck and running a little bit harder, tackling a little bit harder. It's normally where Scorps have the edge over their opponent. Number 15, who's that? Ty Alkin.
Looks like he's just hit his...
collision.
Yeah. The back of Baker there, and then he's hit his head on the edge of the cricket pitch.
Big Swaddling coming in, aggressive, cleaning up his own player.
Hope he's all right. He's in agony. Especially coming off a crunching tackle midway through the first half yesterday between the Goannas and Central, when Central Newcastle 5'8" Nathan Taylor suffered a thickening compound fracture to the leg, and he was assisted off with the need of, I understand, 2 ambulances up there at the Cessnock Sports Ground.
Right. Yeah, it must have been pretty bad. But, I think he got a mention in the paper with off Barney saying that he was in some pretty red hot form. So that's it's a pretty big compliment from Barn. Doesn't normally piss in people's pockets, so big upset for him. And I think they lost Jace Delaney to trip overseas, or he's working overseas, so they're probably a playmaker or two down now. Will test their depth.
Yeah, they're not having much injury luck, are they, at the moment, Central? I mean, their back rower, Ethan Cook, he re-injured his knee and faces another stint on the sideline. And playmaker Brad Murray. But Bradley was forced off with slight concussion, but take nothing away from Cessnock. It was just a hard-fought game, and the game was just good as ever at the break. The Goannas up, I think it was by a margin of something like 28 points to nil. And it keeps the Goannas in the hunt. It certainly does. And that win now lifts Cessnock to 4th place, ahead of both Lakes and South Newcastle, who play each other today. And at half-time, Lakes are leading by 22 points to 6. We'll try and get a score update from Carl Oval. But I think if Cessnock win 3 from their last, 4 or 5, they could well and truly make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Could come home with a late run.
Yeah, from all reports, Kitty's he's not a bad coach. He's pretty smart. He was a good footballer himself back in the day. But just on that victory, I just got a message off young Millsy, Lucas. They've got 29 out throughout the club, Central.
Really?
So they're really testing their depth, which is unfortunate because they were on fire at the start of the year. But so unfortunate for them. Lucas, Barney, Greg, need a prop for next year. Give me a ring.
You know where to find him.
Know where to find me.
Dave Dryden, great to have him here. He's going through the Bar TV Twitter account now, answering all the fans' requests and questions that you can actually do here on Bar TV Sports. If you've got a question for Dave, put him up on Bar TV Sports, Twitter handle at Bar TV Sports. But just touching back on Cessnock, I think they've also got a game in hand to play against Souths. So it is doable, although it would be nice to jag, I suppose, for them to get a win over Macquarie or West in the next couple of weeks. That would give them a tremendous boost, the Goannas, heading into the playoffs if they can get there. So the Macquarie Scorpions, second on the ladder, heading down inside the Rosellas red zone. They're 12 metres away as Hyde goes to Briggs out the back door. Subner, Manson, and Simon Williams, always in his face. Swadley. Burying his head into the rock hard Harker Oval turf here. Hope he's okay.
That's Swadling.
I can't really tell from that angle.
No, that's Swadling. He's always on his all fours. Yep.
Yeah,
definitely.
I thought it
there
was.
He is. That's his go-to move up at Armadale Pub, where he's from.
Really?
Yeah.
On all fours?
All fours.
How does the rest play out?
I don't know. Leave that for after hours.
As Macquarie continue to their surge to the goal line of the Rosellas. It is the last tackle. Trailing by 20 here as they come to the edge with Cantor. He's been quiet. They haven't allowed him much space out there wide, have they, Cantor?
Oh, it's still going, Great effort there from Willis Alatini coming in off his wing to shut that down. If you get a replay, watch him shoot off his line. His phone's blowing up, Pete. Just getting more messages off Millsy. He's on fire.
Fantastic.
Mitchie Williams, the new Danny Vidiris of Central Charlestown.
Sensational.
Yeah.
We create the next generation of local stars here.
He knows how to turn people into superstars, Barney. Turned me into one in 2014. Got myself a grand final.
Exactly. One to remember, one to cherish.
Yep.
Been there, done that.
Sure have.
Swaddling, losing it. Picked up by Stone. And there's the shoulder coming to connect from Grandel Brooks and Hyde eventually. So Brad Tye, as I mentioned throughout the entire year, I think his position to shine is definitely where Matt Lantry has got him now, which is fullback, that is for sure, as we see Elias down inside the 40-metre line. Of course, Bradley Tye finished his NRL career with more than 170 NRL games. What did he have? 3 seasons at the Knights, 5 at Penrith, and the last 2 at the Titans, before moving here to Newcastle to play for the Rosellas. I guess he would have loved to have played another, 1 or 2 seasons in the big time, but I guess injuries played a big part in Bradley coming home to Newcastle, Dave.
Yeah, in the later stages of his career, mate, he had a few injuries, and I guess he probably just didn't want to be away from home. During them times, you sort of want to be around family and keep positive. But he's finished his NRL career, and we snapped him up real quick, which is great for the club. But it's probably one of the talents that probably should never have left Newcastle. I think the Knights should have kept him and do a little bit more around their juniors. They always seem to let their good juniors go. It's like that Bradman Best, who won the State of Origin for under 16s. Apparently he's already signed at the Roosters, and he killed it all year.
Bradman Best, he shined in the Harold Matthews against Manly. He had a tremendous season this year for Newcastle, and then he scored that match-winning try for the New South Wales Baby Blues up at Lang Park in the dying 20 seconds to knock off Queensland only a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, unlucky they couldn't do it in top grade. Oh.
But Bradman Best, if that's true, if the Roosters have signed him, he was probably the best talent that the Knights could have possibly got from the Harold Matthews.
Mate,
what is going on there?
Might not be 100%, but I'm pretty sure I read in the paper that there was 3 out of the Harold Matthews that all got signed at the Roosters.
And Bradman was one of them.
I think Bradman Best was one of them, yeah.
Well, whoever the talent scouts are at the Roosters, you've picked up an almighty player. He's only 16 years of age, but he's built like a 20-year-old already.
Yeah. Apparently he's a beach sprinter or something as well.
Yeah, for a bloke of his stature, he's got tremendous speed, and he's always, as Mark Morrissey actually told me leading up into that, because Bar TV actually did the grand final of the Harold Mats at Leichhardt, and we actually spoke to Mark Morrissey, who, give him a rap too. He's here with Matt Lantry, and he said that Bradman Best is the best youngster that he has ever seen come through, and he's been at the Knights now, Morrissey, for a couple of years. Don't know what the future of Mark Morrissey is next year, if he's going to go around again in the Harold Mats with as coach with the Knights, but they should sign him up. He's a great local fella, knows his footy, and he's brought the Knights to 2 grand finals. Won one, lost the other one last year at Penrith to Parramatta, but he has just got an almighty youthfulness of, he just gets it, Mark, and no wonder he's the assistant coach here to Matt Lantry. Matt Lantry, of course, helped him over there at the Knights, and now both of them are here at the Rosellas and doing great things here at the Bird Gang, aren't they? 22-point margin, as we see second row in Elias hitting it up. But Brad Tye, where is he? Is he about to come into it and get a late try from fullback? We know he's been here, he's done it before. He played fullback last year a little bit for West, but he even admits that he struggled a bit in the structure. But you can just sense from what we've observed, and we've covered a lot of...
Oh,
if you see
he's
a sin
gone.
bin, well, he's put Swaddling into the bin in his 400th game as referee.
I was thinking to myself, Pete, they're up by 20.
Yeah.
I was like, righto, what's going to happen now? The old Scorp's going to come, and there's big Swatto. The old Swatto that we know. Love that swinging arm. Just a little bit of sweet chin music for Sammy. He'll be all right.
They're just wondering what to do here. 22 points the margin. They're just going to take the gas out of it a little bit further and elect to go for 2 to put them up by 24 points.
I just noticed the skip, the enforcer, Pop, Mark Tafua. Just throwing a few words out to Big Swaddling as he was walking past. I wonder what was said.
I was going to say, yeah.
Maybe we can get him in the
Sheds
in the
afterwards.
sheds.
And Graham Stair is also looking forward to a visit from you today too, Dave.
Mate, if I go to him, I'll steal his whistle.
Still his pee.
Yeah. So put it away.
Congratulations to Graham Stair. A magnificent achievement, 400th top grade game. Will he be there on grand final day? Has Tommy Aylett done enough again to be able to referee his second grand final in 2 years? All those answers to those questions will be forthcoming in the weeks ahead as we count down to finals football in September.
What do you reckon, Pete? Who do you think's the best?
I like
best
Tom
rep?
Aylett.
You like Tommy?
I think he's...
Personally or professionally?
He's a great bloke on and off the field, Tom.
Yeah, he's
I
all right.
think we need a change. You know, we spoke about this a few weeks ago.
Yep.
If a referee has a bad game in country rugby league, and I'm not just talking about the Newcastle rugby league, it's scattered right throughout country rugby league. There's no depth, is there? You
No.
know, a referee can have a great game and they're back the next week. They have a shocker, they're back the next week.
Yep.
I just think Tom Aylett, he's young and he's the future of Newcastle Rugby League. And I think now with a lot of future players coming through the ranks, maybe a time of change in the refereeing it can only be a good thing.
Yep. I agree.
That's not to disrespect, you know, the likes of Stair and Johnny Taylor. You
Oh,
know,
well, you just give them the reserve grade.
but they'll still be there on grand final.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the commentary box grand final day, Pete? Caviar, beer.
Yeah.
Is it all there?
It's all there.
Better be.
BYO.
Oh, not at Hunter Stadium, eh?
No, it's a great facility, and you get to broadcast out of the
The
Channel
media.
9
Yeah,
commentary box. The only thing about these modern-day rugby league stadiums, and it's one of my pet hates, you can't hear outside the window because they're sealed
Yeah.
up.
Oh,
Here's
there's a
another
punch
one.
up.
There's a bit of a fight.
There's a punch up in the background, eh?
Just off camera, so we probably won't be able to identify what happened, but he sent him to the bin.
Matty Herman.
Who's he put in the bin, Herman?
No, they haven't done it yet. I think it might have been young Briggsy, Isaac.
Somebody's
I don't know.
about to be sent. He
Jeez, I'm
indicated 10.
filthy at that. Let's get a replay.
Is it?
Oh, Chatty Redmond's gone, is
Yeah,
he?
Chad Redmond's off coming from the sideline.
Oh,
yeah.
and Isaac's out too.
Yeah.
No.
So they're down to
He's
12.
just swapped.
Yeah. Cantor's close.
it's a
Cantor's
try.
even closer than close. He's close enough to get the try. The Scorps are over. And the gap is back to 20.
Let's get a replay of the Biff. Don't worry about this. They're 20 points behind. They're not going to do nothing. No, the Biff, not the try.
Congratulations there. Never said die, did he there, Cantor?
Well, there's two in the bin now.
Here's the kick. Just waved away. Waved away from Scotty Briggs. A 20-point ball game. Western Suburbs with 7 minutes remaining in the Business Plaza Cup in round 12 of our competition.
What about just found out the Dragons 52-22 over the Seals. It was 30-0 at half time.
50-point margin.
52-22. Wow.
And there is
That's
the venue
crazy.
day for our grand final in the
Yep.
background. I don't know if we can get a shot from downstairs, a closer shot of Hunters Stadium. Don't you just love the sight of red and blue seats over there in the afternoon sun? There it is there. That's where we'll be on grand final day.
Prefer Suncorp. Suncorp. Yeah.
Western Suburbs, mate. What's your talk about? What's your thoughts? There's obviously, the CEO of Western Suburbs, James Gardner, came out throughout the week and said, look, we're going to come and rescue the Newcastle Knights. It's been 30 years in the making.
Yep.
It's now up to the members to vote and decide.
Oh, they'd be silly not to.
Stupid not to, isn't it?
Yeah. And I think they're getting it with no debt.
Yeah.
I think with 10 mil, I think they buy it for 10 mil with no debt, and it's a clean slate. So I think they'll be silly not to do it. And Phil Gardner's a smart man, except for when he talks contracts with Mark, because he always gives Mark what he wants, not what he's worth.
Lay your price on the table, Mark, huh?
He's got the luxury of Mark.
He's got the major jackpot.
He does.
Last tackle here. They're looking to run it. What a shot. That Utah who
that's Mal again.
rib caged.
Oh, he's buckled
Cantor.
too. Cantor was
Let's
buckled.
take a shot.
He's doing the Adam Swadling.
Let's take a look at how Cantor is rattling with near broken ribs. Look at this. Bang.
Stop.
Get that into you.
Do not pass go. You do not collect $200. Pow. I think he might get our magic moments.
It's time
barbershop.
Yeah.
Yep. Give it to him. Who do you reckon should get the tattoo parlour shop?
Tattoo parlour shop?
Yeah. Who are you thinking? Jimmy Elias has had a fat game.
He has too, and Keenan's done well, hasn't he?
Yep. Big Pop, Big Mark had some good stints.
He has.
Thought it was probably one of his better games lately.
Yeah.
Sammy Keenan's played well.
Yeah, we'll open it up on Twitter as well. Who do you think back home should get our man of the match here today? Let us know at Bar TV Sports. Hashtag Bar TV Sports. Let the viewers decide.
Yeah, why not? It's not my money.
I'll tell you something. I was walking around here. Let's see if they can just finish this off with possibly another try. Walking over the hill before the game. The Briggs boys, how many? They bring thousands of families.
Yeah, they've got a
to
big
the game,
base,
don't
mate.
they? They're a huge base, which is
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, no, and they're a very tight-knit family as
Yeah.
well, which is good. But yeah,
Oh, it's a good atmosphere.
all
over
the
there.
brothers are real tight, and they've got, the older boys have got 2 or 3 or 4 kids, big family, and all their extended family's big as well. So I think Scott and Jake's mum, I think they've got 5 or 6 brothers and sisters, maybe more. But they're all real close.
Well, that's what it's all about. Newcastle Rugby League, a big happy family. Briggs sending it all the way to Hindon. So that's the 40-metre line with 2 minutes remaining here on Sunday Rugby League. Subner. He's been quiet. They haven't allowed him any space. Subner goes short. Abraham flicks it. Hyde. Penalty blown.
So what's happening, mate? Are we going to get the camera down on the ground?
He's
Or,
waiting for you, Dave. So my instructions are take the camera, take the mic,
Yeah, right.
and go on a.
Into the sheds or on the ground? What do you want, Pete?
Let's do both. Let's give the viewer both.
Righto, we'll try.
How about we do the walk off as well?
Righto, we'll
Maybe
try.
walk into the sheds, have a
Yep.
chat on the run.
Righto, we'll see what we can do.
Subner, short. Hay tapped it.
I'll leave you now so I can get ready, Pete.
All right, Dave. Well, I'll see you next
put my
week.
makeup on.
Touchwood. Next Sunday, looks like our match of the round will again feature Western Suburbs. We'll be heading out to Central. Central will be tackling Wests next Sunday at 3 o'clock.
Oh, return.
And Macquarie will be at home to tackle Cessnock.
Righto.
So it's all happening next week, Dave.
We just wrapped up Mitchy Williams, and now he's the new Danny Badera, so we'll see him next week.
Yeah, in the flesh.
In the flesh, and we'll see Millsy running the water with his visor. So before I go, I'll give the boys a shout out, the Fossils, our little punters club. Hey boys.
So Dave Dryden just about to head down now into the field and come up with our man of the match. Doing a great job, Dave Dryden. Giving a unique insight into what it's like as a player in the Newcastle Rugby League competition. As Pywell, with 54 seconds remaining in the match, comes away to Cantor. So Jordan Noble's in 16. He's coming into shot. Is he about to get the ball from Briggs? Goes to Abraham, the swaddling. And that's where they're tackled, about 5 metres out from the goal line. Try 10 metres out from the line. Subner steps. Great ball back on the inside to Abraham. 25 seconds remaining on Sunday Rugby League. 20-point ball game. This is Manson. Driven into the ground. Back first. Stair signalling his last tackle on his 400th game of rugby league officiating. Cantor on the last tackle with the turnover. And there's a siren, it's all over. The top of the table clash here in the Business Plaza Cup has been won by first place Western Suburbs. 34 points to 14, a 20-point margin. And possibly, could they now have the minor premiership for 2017? Or is it too early to go off? But it's firming in the betting. So today's win puts Western Suburb 2 wins clear at the top of the Tooheys Cup ladder, and gives Matt Lantry a really good indication of where his side is as we head down into the business part of the season in a couple of weeks' time. Finals football. Western Suburbs, 20 points in the end is the gap. They've only lost once this year, West. That was to Macquarie way back in round 5 of the competition. But today, they were able to get revenge on the Macquarie Scorpions on their home soil in front of a massive crowd, more than 2,000 spectators here. Great job, Western Suburbs, all round, on and off the field. They opened the gates here this afternoon to let everybody in free of charge. A fantastic effort by Western Suburbs on and off the field. As I said, next week, Macquarie now will tackle the Cessnock Goannas after coming off yesterday's victory over Central. While Central, they'll go into the match against Wests pretty much injury-riddled if the last few matches are anything to go by. They've had a
so I'm here with
here's Dave Dryden,
Scorps coach. Ads, mate, tough one to swallow.
Yeah, mate, look, credit to them, mate. They were a better side, you know. I thought we had our chances there in the first half. We'd probably catch that one on half-time and go in 18-16, which is a different game. But after half-time, that 10 minutes really cruelled us. And we're our own worst enemy today. We handed over a lot of ball and, you know, gave them a lot of easy outs in yardage. So, you know, we'll learn from that, mate, and it's not the end of the world. And, you know, we've just got to learn from it and get on with it. Yeah, mate, it is. And, you know, touching base on what you said, there was a lot of uncharacteristics, errors in a few of the boys. You know, I thought there was a few short balls that Randall dropped that sort of hurt you in key times and
key positions on the field. Mate, as looking into the future, do you think you can still try to catch the boys for the minor premiership? Is that the goal now, or do you just reset, maybe think about, the top two, getting that second spot and trying to get that home semi?
Oh, mate, I'll be honest, I don't think anyone else can beat West Bar, my squad, to be honest with you. I don't think the minor premiership will, even if we beat them today, no one's going to beat them again. That might just be me being me, mate, but I just think, they're too far in front, they're too clinical in what they do, and they really test you out, mate. I just don't know, we'll struggle to beat them again, mate. So they're a quality squad, and you've got to give credit where credit's due, and we just got to work hard, mate, but I can't see them getting beat again, before the semis.
And is that on the back of you just play pretty similar? You just try to win the ruck, you try to catch on the edges with the crafty players, and if that's the case, like how do you actually beat the boys?
Yeah, I think they're a pretty well structured side. You've got to probably have a look at something a little bit different that's not as structured, and have a look at that. And I think in the first half we opened them up the middle there a few times. So look, that's something we'll go back and have a look at, mate. But like I said, we came here, hoping to do a job, and first half I was pretty happy, but second half pretty disappointed. But we've got to learn from it, mate. And as long as they learn from that and improve next week, I'll be happy.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Well, like I said, you busted a few up there, up the middle with Randall and a few of the boys on the inside. Plenty of positives in that loss. Good luck for next week and the season. How was Belmont this morning?
Yeah, it was rough, very rough, mate. I've lost a lot of balls, David.
That's good. Righto, mate. Talk to you later. Righto, we'll wrap it up here at Harker Oval. We're just going to end the live stream now, and we'll stay tuned. We'll go into the sheds and interview a few of the other boys from the west side, and we may even try to go the other side and interview a few of the Scorps. Thanks for tuning in.